Seen that guy before?
No one would talk to you, trust me. I'm not from here. It's not safe for you.
She's my little girl.
Hey, Mark, how are you?
Good. How you doing, Matt?
Good, thanks.
Great movie, intense, but finally out. We're finally
Yeah.
seeing it.
Yeah. The day that we never thought would come finally arrived. So that was nice.
Was there ever a time where you thought, like, when is this movie ever going to get released?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, and how will it get released? And, I saw a cut of it last summer.
Wow.
And the plan had initially been Thanksgiving for us. And then it was obvious no one's going to make that. Theaters aren't going to be open. And what are we going to do with this kind of crop of movies that suddenly we're going to have to start releasing these things because we have movies coming behind them. We're still in production on other movies. So yeah, there were a lot of questions.
How long did it take you to finalize his look, to really get it exactly the way you wanted it?
Well, it took time with the Roughnecks down in Oklahoma. And luckily that's such a specific thing and such a specific culture that we just took their lead. Everything, the blue jeans with the fire retardant on them, the goatee, the shades, the hat, everything serves a purpose. Our wardrobe supervisor spoke directly to them, and every note they gave us, we took. The body type, I noticed that those guys being down there all looked a certain way because you got to be, that job requires a lot of physical power, and they're strong guys. They're not like, ripped six-pack guys, but they're strong guys, like beefy Oklahomans. So the physicality of it was, so I put weight on, and lifted heavier weights to just try to build mass in my upper body. And it was, I like, just, so what I looked at in the mirror, I would just keep tweaking it until it looked like what I wanted and looked like one of those guys. And that's really the dream, is that they look at it and go, yeah, that could be a guy I'd work with.
So what did you do to put on the weight? What did you eat?
Well, it was about changing the workout regimen. At my age, you don't have to try too hard to put weight on, but just do less cardio and lift heavier weights. And that little shift, it doesn't take a lot to put your body in a different place.
The headlines, teary-eyed, crying, emotional.
Well, for the reasons we were just talking about, the film, not, all the uncertainty around the movie. But then there was this added layer that really snuck up on me, which was the feeling of being in a movie theater again, and how much I missed that, and why we do that. It was a great reminder that we need to go as a community and of strangers and turn the lights off and have this experience all at the same time together. And that there's something beautiful and valuable about that. And I just got kind of overwhelmed in the moment because I hadn't done that in almost 2 years. And so it was great. I mean, I was happy, you know what I mean? I just was very moved by it.
He's a racist.
We still gotta talk to him.
No, I don't talk to him, no.
Well, he might know something.
No, he doesn't know something. Bill, we're not gonna send an innocent boy to jail.
My daughter is innocent.
What? Oh, I can't believe this conversation.
I work with guys like that all the time.
No, but it doesn't matter, okay? It's not right.
I'm not saying it's right. I'm trying to get my little girl out of jail. That's all I give a fuck about.
And you sound very American right now.
Good, I am.
Is it a political movie?
No, definitely not. Having said that, he doesn't shy from his politics. He's asked if he voted for Trump, and he says no. And they kind of breathe a sigh of relief, and he qualifies it by saying, no, I couldn't vote. And what's implicit in that is obviously I would have voted for him. And when I talk to those guys down there, look, Oklahoma's already, I think, probably the reddest state in the union, and these guys work in the oil fields, right? They're going to vote red down the ticket every time, and they're totally unapologetic about it. And to the guys I talk to, it's like a binary proposition. It's like, this is my job, and this provides for my family and my children, and this is what I'm going to do. And then I totally get that. That was as far as our kind of political conversations went, other than some kind of playful ribbing of each other. And they were, I think, justifiably wary of us when we came in there. It's like, you're making a movie about a roughneck. Like, what are your intentions here? Because they know, this is the kind of guy that Hollywood, or at least maybe the cultural or coastal elite, would tend to look down their nose at a little bit and kind of stereotype. And I think once they realized what we were doing, and that this movie has a lot of compassion and empathy for this guy, then they were just incredibly helpful.
Did they rib you about being so blue, about being that Massachusetts Democrat?
Yeah, of course. Well, there was one of the first things that happened was this guy came up, and Kenny Baker, who was the guy who was kind of our main point of contact, and we actually named Bill Baker Baker because of Kenny, as a nod to Kenny. And Kenny goes, "Hey man, this is Big John." He goes, "John, come over here." He goes, "This is Matt Damon. He's making a movie about the oil business." And this guy, Big John, comes over and shakes my hand and he goes, "I hope I like it more than that last movie you made about the oil business," because he was talking about Promised Land that John Krasinski and I wrote about natural gas and fracking. He's like, I just started laughing. I was like, "I think you like this one more than that one." Yeah, I could see you probably didn't love that one. I was pretty proud of it, but it might not have been your favorite.